Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this series from World of Flowers by Johanna Basford. As I explained in the last one, we're going to be doing a little one from each, and we may swap around pencil brands, but I'm actually back with my Schpirerr Farben. I can't say it, one day I'll learn. And we're going to be doing just this small one today. So nice, easy little one. I thought we'd try out some blues. We've got a lot of blues in this set, and I thought it would be nice to have a go. We've got some really dark ones and some lighter ones. I think I might go for the start with a more pale one and then see where that leads us. So this one's called Santorini Dreams. And I'm going to do that for this bit. So I'm just going to put a layer on and see how it looks. I'm doing a light layer. Like that. It slides so beautifully on the paper. Now I'm going to layer up a bit. So make it a little bit darker there and there. Fade it a little bit towards the bottom of the petal, and this one a bit darker too, maybe more on the edges and top, a little bit less towards the middle. There we go. Okay, now need to think about the I might do more blues, but I'm going to leave it there at the minute and think about the green, and then I may come back. Now we have a nice selection of greens. We've got like turquoisey type teal sort of shades, we've got olivey shades, and we've got sort of mid-green shades, and I think the sort of mid-greeny shades are probably the best ones for this. So I'm just looking and thinking golf course is quite a good one. I've got to find it. I think that's moss, green. I've only got out 3 of the trays of pencils. The golf course is underneath. There's 4 trays. I forget. Yeah, golf course. What I really probably need is a pencil case to put them in, but that's, yeah, like I did with my Black Widows, it made them a lot easier. But anyway, just playing around with them at the minute. So I'm putting down a light layer of golf course. You can see it's quite a vibrant colour because this is just a light layer. Okay. Now I'm going to actually sharpen this because it's quite a small picture. And I'm going to put a little bit of darker colour here, each side of this bit here. So I'm just going to try and layer up a bit here and here to start with. And then here, I want it lighter on the top there. Now I will probably grab a darker green and do a little bit more work in a bit. But let's just start with this one. So just putting more down at the bottom and then fading it to the tip. Not so much on this one because it's a little bit closer to us. So just a little bit there. And then in here. Down on this one. And here. So a bit more colour right in there. And then this to the tip. So now I want a darker shade. I'm just having a little look at what we've got. I think, ooh, some of them are really dark. I think I'll go for the cypress green. If I can find it. I think it's this one. No, that's the casino green. Tropical green. Eucalyptus. Cypress. It looks quite pale in the cypress tree, it's called. I've written it wrong on my swatch chart. Oh dear, I have to change that. Anyway, here it is. I've just sharpened it a little bit because we're going to be doing these corners again, edges again. here. But we need to get right into the edges, and here look where it's overlapping, there's going to be a bit of shadow. We can draw that in with this just a tad and then bring it across a little bit like that. And with this one, there we go. So we've got a bit of a few shadows behind our leaves. Then we can come back to our golf course and just blend it in a bit more. Make sure there aren't any sort of lines, which there were. There we go, I'm happy with that now. Background, I'm not going to make the mistake trying to match these colour. We'll do something a bit different. I'm thinking the sun-kissed might work. Where's that? Is that it? There it is. It is a sort of honey type colour. Doesn't want to jump. There we go. I'm going to use a light layer first. I'm probably going to do the same as I did with the one next to it, where I made it dark on the edges, but I just want to get a light layer down on the page. And then we'll think about doing a bit more in a moment. So that's a light layer, and it's not particularly neat. Not in the middle, are we? There we go. So I'm going to come into the corners now and start putting in more, and then sort of trying to fade it a bit towards the plant. Goodness, I'm getting hot. It's probably a hot flash. It's getting warm. But as I said, it was raining earlier, but the sun is out now. It's supposed to be cooler than yesterday, thankfully. I'm not sure what temp it got up to yesterday, but it was about 30 degrees, I think. Whew. And there was very little breeze in this area. We don't get a lot of breeze here anyway. And it wasn't muggy, but it was just still and hot. Anyway, it's supposed to have risk of thunderstorms today, which is, I've got a bit of a headache, and I think that's possibly why, the pressure I get when storms are around. Sometimes I might take something in a bit just to ease that. I'll have a few more drinks and see if that helps. It might just be dehydration from getting so hot in bed last night. You can see I'm just fiddle-faddling around, just adding layers of colour. I'm almost done. Just stopped and looked, sat back a bit. It's quite hard. This sort of gets in the way, so you need to try and ignore that stem and think about whether that colour is working. Where is the centre? It's about here. That should be the lightest bit. That's what I'm aiming for anyway. There we go. I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm going to leave that there. Again, quite a short one, but the next one is quite big. There's a lot of background to deal with in the next one, so that'll be an interesting challenge. But it's always tricky with this page, because here we have 4 designs. Let's come out a bit so you can see. We have 4 designs that look really similar. Do we do the same background on those 4 to tie them together, or do we just keep doing different ones? I have no idea about the answer to my question, but there are little too. They look very small now compared to the rest of the page, but we'll get through the page. As I say, just step by step, one at a time, because it's quite, I find it quite a daunting page, to be honest, but it breaks down into smaller bits. But some of these larger ones, they're going to take quite a while to do. But we're getting there, and now I started. I'm looking forward to doing the rest. But that's me for today. I hope you have a really lovely day. Yeah, stay cool, have fun, and happy colouring.